I don't know how modern relationships are supposed to look like anymore. One, the old model of our parents is finished. Something new wants to be born. And we don't know what it is. So we are in an exploratory phase. I don't feel like explaining what's obvious. Technology changes the human experience. Technology relieves people from forced labor, which means the roles that we're accustomed to evolve. If I go to work and I work on the field and I have 7, 8 kids because I need to have an army that works on the fields to grow food, to build sheds and shit so that we can live peacefully and calmly and have everything we need, then I need a manager at home, which is the wife who takes care of the company, the finances, the accounting, the workers, the staff, ordering this or right? This is what she's doing. Because we need to take care of all those little things. If I don't have to grow my own food, that's resolved. If at home there's nothing to do, there's no clothing, there's nothing to do per se at home. Everything can be done by machines or 80, 90% of it. So then what does she do at home? She's got nothing to do. Do I need 8 children? Certainly not. So suddenly something in your brain evolves. I think we can say the word evolve, which can mean a lot of things. So the dynamic as we know it from nature's standards is now, well, what do I do? I don't know. And what do I do? I don't know. Well, what do we do? I don't know. Well, what we know is from before and we don't need this. It sucks. We don't want this. It's not necessary. That's the key word. So what do we do now? I don't know. How do we do this? I don't know. I got a computer, I turn it on, and I can listen to anything I want to listen to. It's not like back in the days you have a radio, 2, 3 radio channels, you have to listen to what's there, there's nothing else. No, I don't have to listen to anything I don't like. If I don't like it, I turn it off. I have a million choices. I can stay in my own bubble, never go outside, and have as much entertainment, education, divertisement, anything I want at a click of a button. I can order my food. I don't have to ever go outside. That changes everything about the human experience as far as we've known thus far. We don't know. We can speculate, and we can do that later, but that changes everything. I can watch porn. I don't. You do. Yeah, you do. Which gives you the feeling or the experience of having sex. Unlimited amount of it. Any kind of woman. Black, Latina, fucking Irish, a redhead, a woman with one tit. Whatever you want. Pick it. And this is now. In the next 20 to 30 years, you're going to have a headset where it's going to be plugged in your brain and you're going to have the sensorial experience to follow what your pornographic experience. You're going to fuck in a metaverse. Sometimes it's just easier to say it like it is. So why the hell do I have to go outside into the world and deal with a woman? Like, what's the point? This is a real question. This is a genuine question. What's the point? Why must I now endure a person? And we know, people, it's complicated. It's complex. It's not easy. Everybody's fucked up. Everybody's traumatized. Everybody's got wounds. The wounds just get more and more. And I have to engage with a person. And maybe if you're fortunate, at the surface, there's a synergy, it kind of flows. And after this, it starts to be headaches. For you, for her, for they, who the fuck ever it is. It doesn't even matter at this point. We're just talking about from a human experience. It doesn't matter about gender. None of this matters. It's just two people put together. Guy, guy, woman, 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 guy. Pick the gamut of gender you want to put there. It's irrelevant. It's hard. I could just stay at home. I don't have to deal with this shit. I don't need, this is the key word, I don't need to anymore because technology is making me autonomous. That's the truth. So, well, we're not going to go back in time. Who the fuck would want to go back in time? Would you like to have a non-hot shower? Oh yeah, you take cold showers. You're that guy. You do that. Normal people enjoy hot showers. Would you like to not have a hot shower? Come on, let's cut the crap. This is my basic example to say, who the fuck wants to go back in time? Nobody does. We're on a one-way track going forward, wherever that is. So wherever we're going has changed and is changing in real time who we are as human beings. It's quickening our evolution. It's transforming our dynamics as human beings with one another, with the world around us, with the opposite sex. Opposite sex for you, those of you who are heterosexual, you know exactly what I mean. So, well, I don't have the same needs as before. So why the hell should I put up with this? I don't have to put up with this. Fuck it, I'm staying home. Right? Once upon a time, you'd go to the movie theater to watch a movie. Because there was no movie at home. 3, 4, 10, 12, 11 channels. No movies there. It's crap. Everybody would go on fucking Tuesdays to get cheap Tuesdays. It was full. It was a thing. People from all ages. It was a thing to do just to go to see people. It's not even about the cheap, save $4. Who cares, right? You live in the fucking suburbs. Get the hell out of here. You know what I mean? Everybody go to the cinema. On Fridays, when there was a release movie, full packed, you have to wait in line, there's no tickets, you get upset. It's a thing. Now, fuck it. You stay home. You have every movie ever that's ever existed for free. You can not even be on Netflix. There's more choices not on Netflix than on Netflix. Every series humanly possible. Why the hell should I even bother making an effort? Right? Because if you want to go see a movie, even if you don't want to dress, even if you're going to go alone, you still have to go. Right? You have to find a way to get there. If you got a car, you still got to go to the car. Enter the car, start the car, drive the car, park the car, get out of the car. You know the feeling when you get out of the car and you walk towards that cinema? It's a very odd feeling. You kind of feel dumb. And you're happy that in a couple of minutes, you're gone. It's a feeling. Then you enter into that weird space. And then there's weird people. You know how cinemas are nowadays, so big you don't know where you are? It's kind of weird. The whole thing is fucking weird. It's not the point. You see what I'm trying to say? So that's what technology is providing. You don't have to go out anymore. What happens if now technology evolves to such a point, and it will, you don't even have to travel anymore. You can go to Paris, you're going to be in Paris in a minute. In a minute what? At a click of a button. You want to be in Bali all by yourself? Here you go. Boom. You want to be in Bali with a redhead, with a brunette, with 3 of them, 10 of them, plus a guy or a boy, girl, whatever floats your fucking boat at a click of a button. Why the hell now would you bother to have to do anything? And the experience, as far as you're concerned, is so real, it's real. So we are already living that at a small degree. So you tell me so I've jumped forward in time, but already this is happening now at a smaller scale. I don't want to go outside. Why have to go hang out with friends? I could just click buttons, push buttons, communicate with hundreds of people instantly. Why have to go tell you what I did? I could just make a video of me, put it online, get 1,000 likes, and then you respond to my video. Everything is perfectly the way I want, curated. Why have to make an effort? That's a real question, and that's what the youth is going through. And all they know, and that's the truth, is that every time, and this is happening, this has got nothing to do with the youth, but with the youth is particularly highlighted because that's technically almost all that they know. Some of us were born before cell phones, before the internet. So we know of another life. Let's not even talk about older people. You see what I mean? So all I know, and this is no matter what the age of the spectrum, is that human relations are complicated, very often painful. They generate all kinds of sensations that you don't necessarily want, that take from you. There's a lot of annoyance. Sure, there's great moments, but that's because you want to believe that. We can see in people's actions, what do we see? People are isolating themselves more and more, want to be atomized, alone, more and more. What does that say? Why would they do that? Because the truth is, human relationships are more painful than anything else. People like to idealize everything because we live in a world of imbeciles, but remove the fact that we live in a world of imbeciles. The truth is, human relations are complicated. What son doesn't have an issue with his mom or his dad? It's rare. Unless they're disconnected from themselves and they like to pretend that they're like emancipated. This is a load of shit. Your average person has an issue with everyone. You go to your family for Christmas, everybody knows this. It's a weird moment. You don't really want to go. Some of you may, it's few. You'd rather stay at home. No problems. Let me select my experience. And that's what technology is providing. Let me select my experience. I don't want to live this. Why should I fucking have to live this? This sucks. Why I should have this discomfort? The key question is why. It's a real question. Why? What's in it for me? What do I gain? I don't really need, keyword, I don't need this. Keywords. Yeah, 50 years ago, you need that. You need the human relation. You need to be a part of the community. You need to go to the church. You don't necessarily want to, you need to, because at the church is where everybody's at. At the church is where you meet the people. If you ain't at the church, they're gonna find you a little weird. You're left out. It's not good for business. It's not good for your marriage. It's not good for other people. It's not good for you because everybody's in the same area. You need to go. Now you don't. We've disappeared in the middle of the city, and we've disappeared in the infinity of the internet. Nobody knows you. Nobody even knows your name. And it's good like that. And nobody really wants to go back. In an idealistic world, we have all these people live in ideal land. Oh yeah, we're missing human connection. Fuck you. It's a load of shit. That's the truth, and that's a hard thing for people to grasp. Humanity loves the fact that the machines are now saving you from dealing with all kinds of things that you had to deal with that you don't have to anymore. It saves you energy, time, effort. I don't have to deal with this shit. I say on my computer, I'm a student. I study a lot. I have infinite amount of data to study. I don't have to sit through anything I don't like. I don't like it, skip. I don't like it, change. Once upon a time, I had to listen through it. If the teacher's slow today, I'm in quick, I have to bear with it. Not just 1.75x. I don't like this part, jump. I have command over what I'm doing with my time and attention. This is odd. That's what technology is offering you. Shout out to technology and to the Luciferian gods that are providing for us such a technology. There's a cost though. Let's not get into that right now. So the question is, why do you need or want a relationship? And you can say, well, I want to have sex. Stop. Some of you want to have sex, respect, that's why you're going for it. But that's it, that's all it's become. I want to have children. Yeah, it's great. Respect for now. In a minute, your wife's not going to have, the woman who's not going to want to have a child. Why should she? What's in it for her? She's going to lose her youth. Her body's going to get old, bruised, and all this stuff. You can have an incubator that's going to grow the child for you, and it's going to have all the necessary molecules and everything perfect environment. Come on. Technology is irresistible. That's it. So, again, where are human relations going to? We're going to have to discover, but we can see the trend. More and more people are alone. I think that's the latest. I already told you before, those who watch my shit. I got a dude with statistics. I repeat. 100% trustworthy dude. Sounds a little bit like this. More or about 50% or going towards 50% plus of people are alone. This is not going to stop. You understand? This is not stopping. That's a lot. And people, he got statistics. I almost want to bring and read them, but it's not my style. It's fascinating to see. The young don't want to hang out with one another. The young do not want to have sex with one another. Contrary to what we think, that they're all sluts and idiots. They are, but they don't really want to hang out. When they do have sex, it's generally hookups. I'm going to fuck. It's in, out, done. Under the influence of something. Because they don't want to have intimacy. They're unable to have intimacy. Intimacy is a skill set like playing ping pong. You have to develop the skill set of intimacy, interrelations. It's a sport. It's an art form. When did they develop it? Even us, my generation, when did you develop it? You're an idiot. We're all idiots. We don't really even know how to do that. Forget us. Consider the young generation. Maybe you watching. You don't know how to interact with people. On average, and all you know is that it's weird, awkward, painful. Any bit of intimacy puts you in a vulnerable place. You don't know, you have your emotional intelligence, there I use that expression, is like fucking minus 50. You're a total imbecile. You don't understand how you feel. You don't like how you feel. And you've been trained since you're a little fucking child. The moment you have an emotion, mommy sticks you on a fucking screen. You fucking moron with your mommy. Bad mommy. Terrible mama. But she has 1,000 things on her mind too. Shout out to mama who has got 1,000 problems. And now she got to deal with a screaming little shit that she doesn't even want. I guess I'm painting a gloomy picture, but I'm being honest. And I'm focusing on a certain kind of demographic. So that's the reality. Why the hell should I endure this? I don't even know how to endure this. I'm just going to go home. I'm going to have my telephone and all my woes, is that how we say it? Go away. Then I'm going to go see one of those dudes, the handsome fellows with a podcast. That's my Friday night. What am I going to get? I'm going to be smart. I'm going to be in tune with what's happening. I'm going to hear intelligent people's perspectives. I'm also very intelligent. And I'm going to make my comment because I'm an important guy and my comment matters amidst the thousands of comments. Oh, have you ever seen these idiots who put a comment, then they have like 5,000 likes, then they went back and changed the comment to say, you'll never know what I wrote. That's what people get. My comment got likes. People responding to my comment on that person's video. This is the world we live in. Yeah. So, anyways, the question was, where are relationships going? Well, the answer is we don't know. There's something new that wants to emerge. So what I painted is the trend. Then there's other people who have, dare I say, more consciousness, a greater awareness of reality, of life, of where the world is going. They're not just slaves of the system, who realize that there's no way going back. The old way men and women used to interact together, it's over. But a new one wants to emerge. Now that's what I'm interested in. A new model of relationship, real relationships, I'm not talking about with the internet, is emerging. But the roles of men and women have changed now. At the essence, a man is a man, if we know what a man is, and a woman is a woman. That will never change. But the world has changed. The outside world has changed. So there needs to be a newfound dance with the principles. But nowadays, what do we find? Woman has no idea what a woman is. And at the surface, via her intellect and social opportunities, she can do, quote unquote, everything a man can do. In fact, they want her to do everything a man used to do, and they want to push the man aside. This is not a conversation about that. It's just to say, at the surface, programmable brain, well, if you have a smart brain, it doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man. Because the system doesn't give a fuck about generative organic power. Well, it does, but secretly it doesn't. The point is, a woman can build a business, a woman can be a president, all these things now have no more gender. They become genderless. There's a fluidity that before there was much more, it was more connected to biology, let's say. That's over, and we're not going back to that. So a modern woman doesn't need a man today. She can get a dildo, she can pay for a penis, and she can make as much money as she likes. So how does she interact now with a man? For what purpose, once again? What's the point? What do I need? Anyways, let's close up this little flow. There's a new model that wants to emerge. I'm living it, so I can lay testimony for the awakening of this new model. But the foundation of this new model is that there's a recognition of what the principles, what is the masculine principle, what is the feminine principle, how now these two principles want to express themselves in a new age. It's the principles that tie you to the life force, to Dharma, and to health. Now how these want to express themselves, the expression of it is an evolution of the brain, if you'd like to say, due to social context. Sure, it wants to express itself like this or like this, it's irrelevant. The principles, the polarity must always be respected if we want to achieve or have a status of health. That's wonderful. The issue is that your modern individual has no fucking idea what even polarity means, has no idea what the masculine principle really is. They think it's fucking muscles. Money. That's not masculine principle. That's how the masculine principle used to dress. And now they get upset because that's not a man, he doesn't have muscles. No, that's just masculine principle that's dressed not with muscles. Come on. You understand what I'm trying to say? Big tits doesn't mean feminine principle. It could express feminine principle, but feminine principle could express itself not with big tits either. You understand what I'm trying to say? So your modern men and women have no idea what their generative, organic, sexual power is, which we've covered so much over all my videos. Go see. So my concern is this principle, so that we can bring these in harmony and discover a new way of dancing according to the modern trending, the modern times. That's what's necessary, and this is something we got to discover. Because we ain't never lived in a world like this, and in a couple of years, there's no money. We ain't never been living in a world where there's no money. It's a digital shit that somebody else controls. None of this. We never live in a world where you had a machine that picks your berries, where cars drive alone. We've never lived in such a world. Up to lately, we had to go shopping to buy stuff. Now you push a button and it comes less than 24 hours later. In a minute, it'll come in an hour later. In a couple of minutes, you'll print it. Think about this. We don't. This is all like uncharted territory. But what always remains and never changes is it's a universal law. Masculine principle, feminine principle. These foundational powers at the base of creation, dare I say, in nature itself, herself, whatever, will never, are immutable. They don't change. How they will express itself will depend on where we're at in the story of time and the society and whatnot. So the issue, and again I restate, your modern individual has no sense of this. They're not connected to nature. They have no fucking idea. They're living archetypes or cartoon versions of it. They're not connected here. Now, once you're connected here, how these principles must express themselves today, we'll discover. Who cares? It's like Halloween. Oh, what the fuck do I care? It changes nothing me. Right? It's a party. So I get to dress up as this or I get to dress up as that. What does it matter? Am I not myself? Of course I'm myself. Is it not? So let's say you go to a party. Let's say, this is just an example. Some of you you'll may extrapolate. It's a Halloween party. This is my girlfriend. She loves me. She just sucked my dick. I'm the man. And we're going to go to the party and we decide I'm going to dress up as a girl and you're going to dress up as a man. And go to the party. We have a good time. It's funny. Some of you may have tried this. If you haven't, try it out at your next Halloween party. Because you know I don't do Halloween parties. But maybe some of you do. I have better things to do than pretend to be something I'm not. But that being said, it's so fun. So dress up maybe that would be called misogynist today. Have her dress up as a man then, and you just hold her bags or something. Anyways, the point is, so let's say you go to the party and you pretend to be the girl and she pretends to be the it Does that make you the girl and it makes her the guy? Now you're relating and engaging with everybody in a way that's like not the classic model of masculinity that you're accustomed to. Does it change anything? It's a fucking party. We're playing. At the foundation, did she not just suck your dick and you're not the man? That means, in other words, that's me making in a grotesque version, saying, are you not holding down the masculine principle and she not holding down the feminine principle? What does it matter how it dances? And of course, the dance is controlled by the narrative society is pushing forward. You're not going to pretend that the narrative is not being pushed forward. You're not blind to it, are you? And if you think you're going to fight against it, you must be the dumbest person on earth. You can't fight it's inevitable. Get with the program. Flow, adapt, be smart. Anyways. Food for thought. See you later.